How do I get my dog used to being bathed?
First thing I'm always going to suggest, start young, but also, and gosh, this is so critically important, try to make it fun. How do you make a bath fun? Well, there are lots of different, for a dog. You can actually, if you have like a little a favorite treat or some peanut butter, or you'll see at some of our clinics we use some peanut butter or canned cheese, put it on like on your finger and let them lick it off, for example. So they're making a positive association with being in the tub. So that's one way you can try to do it. But the younger you start, the more they get used to having it done, and they're going to be more receptive to doing it down the road. Also, the frequency. The more often you do it, the less of an issue it becomes. I will mention a couple of other things. If your dog has really, really high anxiety about the situation and it turns into an absolute rodeo, my recommendation, don't do it, honestly. Because if you're going to be exhausted from the experience and your dog's traumatized to some degree by the experience, just don't do it. As much as you like to bathe them, if you need to, you can always do kind of a so-called, what my dad used to call a spit bath or a sponge bath. Just take a washcloth, just get it pretty good and soaked. You can do it outside, do it on the bathroom floor, but don't try to do it in the tub because that's the high anxiety situation. So you can just try to wipe them down to the best of your ability. Obviously easier if they've got short hair than if they have long hair. But that's one way of sort of skirting around that issue with a high anxiety dog. There are some anti-anxiety medications that you can buy over the counter that I often recommend. There is a probiotic called Calming Care that can be beneficial. Another product called L-theanine. But the L-theanine and the probiotic need to be given for a while prior to the event. Not something you can wake up that morning, give it to them, they're going to be fine. It doesn't work that way. CBD oil, for example, can be really beneficial for dogs just to help relieve the anxiety. But again, I would suggest giving it a few days ahead. If you feel you have to give a bath and if it's going to be a high anxiety situation. But otherwise, honestly, if it's going to be a trauma for both you and your dog, just don't do it, period. Wipe them down as best you can, as often as you can. This can be the best substitute for them without all the trauma.